My name is Nolan Rake. I was a night shift guard at the Dremore Institute, a medical research facility in southern Illinois. I started in February. This was my 5th week. I didn't believe what they said about Tower E until it moved. The building's layout is simple. 4 active towers labeled A through D. Tower E is technically part of the original campus, but it was condemned after the 2002 incident. No one talks about the incident, not even the other guards. All they say is, no patrols near Tower E, except on the night of March 14th. I was alone. At 2:37 a.m., I saw it on the monitor, Elevator 5. It was moving, no floor selected, no destination listed, but it was descending. Here's the thing. Elevator 5 only serves Tower E. That tower hasn't had power in over 2 decades. The elevators were shut down at the main circuit panel. The shaft doors were welded shut on B2, B3, and the sublevel vault. Yet on screen, the display read, B3, active. I grabbed my flashlight and radio. I should have left. The hallway to Tower E is sealed by a mechanical gate, but the chain was broken clean, like it had been sliced, not cut. The elevator doors were closed, but the panel was lit. Faint, pulsing red around the B3 button like a heartbeat. Then I heard the chime, software distant. The elevator had arrived. I backed away, tried to call it in, radio static. My voice came back through the speaker, distorted and delayed by 3 seconds. I stepped forward and pressed door open. Nothing. Then the doors creaked apart, without input. Inside was nothing. Just an empty cab and floor dust that hadn't been stepped in years, until I looked closer. There was one print, barefoot, smudged with a black oily residue that shimmered in the LED light. And it wasn't walking into the elevator, it was walking out. The smell hit me next. Copper, rot, and something sterile, like scorched rubber gloves and plastic tubing. I should have left right then, but I stepped inside, and the panel lit up on its own. The B3 button pulsed again. Then the doors closed. There are no sounds in the shaft, no music. No elevator hum, just pressure, thick, like descending into water. The digital readout passed B1, B2, then blank. And suddenly, we stopped. The doors opened onto darkness. I stepped out into a concrete corridor, cold, fluorescent lights flickering, blood on the wall, not fresh, but not old. Smears like someone crawling, long streaks. 1 set of drag marks, then 2. I followed them, down a rusted stairwell, then into what looked like a clean room. Medical-grade steel, yellowed plastic partitions, and a voice recorder laying on the floor, still running. I pressed play. Click. I was wrong. It was never dormant. It just needed a signal. Click. They sealed B3 after the last experiment. But something kept breathing. Click. Elevator 5 isn't powered by this grid. It's connected to a backup battery deep below Subvault 2. Why? Why? Click. Then a scream, wet, gurgling, and a dragging noise. I turned to leave, but the hallway behind me was different, longer, and the elevator wasn't where I left it. Instead, there was only another sign. Clean and new. This is not your building. Then the sound of the elevator chime again, but not behind me. Above me. The lights began to pulse, like the hallway had a heartbeat. Then I saw it. Something moving in the reflection of the clean room glass, not walking. Sliding. No face, no legs. Just a distorted blur, vibrating fast like an insect's wing. It passed through the wall. I ran. I don't know how far. The hallway never ended. At some point, I must have passed the same fire extinguisher 4 times. Then, I was in the elevator again. The doors closed behind me. I didn't push a button. It went up. Then, it opened on the lobby. Empty. I left my badge, my keys. I walked out and never came back. But when I got home, the power in my apartment was off, and my hallway smelled like scorched gloves. There was a button panel on my kitchen wall. 3 buttons, none labeled. But the middle one was pulsing red. I haven't touched it yet, but the sound of the chime won't stop, not even when I sleep.
For more scary stories, like and subscribe.